Welcome back to another interesting tutorial about Google Drive file security. And in today's video, I will show you on how to lock or unlock file in Google Drive. It can be PDF file, it can either be JPEG file, it can be MX Word, it can be any type of file. So this lock and unlock filter has to do with preventing people from editing, commenting, or printing of the file. And this is the kind of maximum security you can give to your file. So in case you don't want anyone to have access to the file, or you don't want anyone that have access to the file to edit that particular file in your Google Drive. Let me show you on how to lock and unlock your file in Google Drive without any stress or for free. So the very first thing you want to do right here is to go ahead and make sure you locate the particular file that you want to lock. Like for instance, this particular file right here. So you can see this file here is a Google Sheet file. So you can see the preview right here. So this file here is fully open. So if I click on here now to open the file, so I click on these three dots, then I go ahead and click on open Google Sheet. It's going to reload, and then here you can see the file is being open right here. Then I can easily work on this file right here. So if I click on any of the share right here, I can edit. If I click on any of the share, so I can decide to change this to another. So you can see this is fully editable. Now, should in case you want to share this file to someone and you don't want anybody to have to tamper with the file in terms of edit, in terms of printing or copy, so how do you lock the file? I'm going to show you right here in this video. First thing first, I'm going to go ahead and close this tab and go ahead and click on leave the site. So for us to lock the file, what we want to do here is to come to the three dots right here. Go ahead and click on these three dots. So once you click on these three dots, go ahead and click on file information. Then come down below right here, go ahead and click on lock. And this is going to pump up right here. This will prevent anyone from editing or commenting. Editor can unlock the file. Go ahead and click on lock right here. Once you lock the file, so by the time I refresh this page right here, so if I refresh my Google Drive page, you find out that the padlock has been assisted alongside with the file, which make it difficult for anyone that have the link to this file to edit or commenting or printing of the file as the case may be. Now, let's say you want to share this particular file link to someone once you're done with lock. So once you select the file, go ahead and come to the top right here, click on copy link right here. So when you click on copy link, you can send the link to anybody. Once they have access to the link, they will be able to open the file, but they will not be able to edit or format or change anything from the file. Now, how can you unlock the file? So for you to unlock the file, like for instance, if I click on here, this three dot again, I go ahead and click on open, and I decide to open the file with Google Sheet. So go ahead and open with Google Sheet. Now, when they open the Google Sheet file, so by the time they try to edit the file, it becomes difficult, unable to edit. You can see the file is locked, just like what you see from the top right here. So if it is PDF or JPEG, this is how it's going to lock. Now, let's say, for instance, you want to edit. So if I click on any of the share right here, I like this, and I want to edit. I begin to type, nothing was typed. Now, how can we unlock the file to make it editable again in Google Drive? What we want to do here, I'm going to go ahead and click on here to close this tab. Go ahead and click on leave. The next thing we want to do here to unlock the file, what we want to do is to go ahead and click on three dots right here. Then go ahead and click on, then go ahead and make sure you look for file information. Then go ahead and click on unlock right here. And this is going to pump up. Go ahead and click on unlock. Once you unlock, then go ahead and refresh your Google Drive page. And in a few seconds, you can see the padlock is no longer found right here. So by the time I open this document again, click on these three dots right here. So if I click on these three dots right here, and then I decide to open. If I click on these three dots right here, and I decide to open with, then choose Google Sheet, then you find out that it's going to load just like so. Then we can edit now. So if I click on number of income right here, I can decide to change expenses to, let's say, expenditure. You can see when you type now, it becomes editable. So this is how to lock or unlock your file in Google Drive, whether JPEG, DOC, Excel, or what have you, any type of file format. This is how to lock and prevent people from tamper with the information in the file in your Google Drive. It's that simple. For more useful tutorial, tips and tricks about file security in Google Drive, consider to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now.